everybody! Whoa, Jesus Christ, this camera angle is all wrong. Hello everybody, and today we're going to be looking at some more Dreadball stuff. Namely, we're going to be looking at this haggard as fuck Big Mech GIANT MVP that I got for £4 at Salute. That's what he's supposed to look like, guys. So anyway, let's take a look at the actual little kit itself. So, in the blister pack, you get a base, like this. Now, I'm not exactly sure which way you're supposed to go on the base, so we might have to do a little bit of internet research on that, because it doesn't actually say. But the base isn't white, the base is actually... Let's just try and peel it. I'm not going to try and peel that off yet, but it's like double-sided like white cellophane on here to obviously keep it scratch-free and stuff before you actually glue it down. The actual miniature, it's not in a little baggie as such, it's actually a sealed bag, so we're going to have to cut into this. There we go. Oh, and the bits are falling out everywhere. Looks like he's quite a sizable Mantic miniature, which is quite cool. Looks like totally. Looks like he's going to fit together pretty much perfectly. So you got this kind of like cockpit. I don't even know if it's a cockpit kind of going on here. I'm not too well up on the whole Dreadball kind of stuff, but it does look like a little nice miniature to paint. Mantic have got that kind of really weird plastic stuff where you're not quite sure whether it's resin, not quite sure whether it's plastic, or a composite of both. But anyway, guys, I'm sure you'd like to see him built. Oh, go on then. And here he is built. Silly bugger as I am, nearly made a vital and fatal mistake. I was literally about to glue him down to the base. Wow, you can barely see that on camera. I wonder if I... Ha-ha! Ha-ha-ha-ha! Is something in front of the lens? Yes, it is. That's crazy. But anyway, ooh, optical illusion. But yeah, so I only glued him down to the base, realising this is supposed to be clear so you can see the Dreadball board underneath it, and I would have had to spray over it, because I'm a fucking idiot. But anyway, let's have a look closer at the little guy now he's built. Really liked him. Really nicely detailed for Mantic miniatures. It's, you know, got a lot of mechy bits, a lot of worky bits on it. A little bit annoyed, as usual I get with the Mantic kind of composite that they use. It's really weird. It doesn't respond to polycement like the GW plastics. Whereas with GW plastics, you kind of put glue on both bits and it kind of becomes like a paste. This takes a lot longer to actually kick in. And I'm guessing that the bonds aren't going to quite be as strong, which is great if you want to dismantle them and use them for something else. But I like using polycement because it gives you such a strong bond to stuff and makes things almost indestructible. The only thing I can think of seeing that's going to be an issue is gluing this guy to the base, because he is supported by 1 foot, pretty much. There was a little bit of flashing, a couple of little mould lines that I need to go over and redo. Other than that, really easy. A couple of the joints, they're all keyed in, so unless you want to just have him stock like this, if you want to do any conversions on them, you're going to have to trim the keyed bits off so that you can reposition it. But I quite like this pose, that's why I didn't do anything, kind of like running forward like, I'll get the ball. I'm a robot. But yeah, guys, so I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to paint him up like my orc. So he's going to have like a metal and red theme, but I'm going to go with like heavily weathered and, you know, very rusty, like literally like rust all over this guy. You look like he's a bit unkempt and stuff like that. So anyway, I'm sure you guys want to see that. Oh, go on then. So here he is painted. I have to admit, this guy was a lot of fun to paint. I don't always say that about miniatures. It was just nice to be able to paint something a little bit different and kind of go in with it without having any idea how I was going to paint it. Let's just zoom in a little bit. So this guy is going to be the big MVP kind of thing for my Orc Dreadball team that I'm going to have. And so I decided to paint him up to make him look a little bit unkempt, a little bit, you know, battered and a little bit grimy, you know, not looked after, very rusty and so on and so forth. So as you can see, I've kind of gone for a chipped paint look on the shoulder pads and on the bits that would probably be getting most of the brunt of the force. So we've got like some lovely chipping on the knee pads and stuff all up here. Got some not heavy rust, just some light rust effects, but we've got the engine oil effect with the rust effect as well to make it look like, you know, they've kind of gone, oh, he's rusting up, let's just stick some oil in there and he'll be okay. Now, another thing that happened, which is actually an accident, but I quite like, if I zoom in a little bit further, you'll notice on the front screen of this mech, I've kind of varnished it, but the varnish is cracked. Now that is because I don't think I allowed enough time for the paint underneath to dry, and as the paint has dried just before the gloss varnish has, it's kind of pulled it apart and cracked, so it looks like it's even more battle damage than it already is. You can kind of just about see it in the light, but it's really, really cool. I was going to do some cool little object source lighting effects and stuff on here and here, but I was too eager to glue it to the base, so that'll have to be left for another miniature. But really, really nice to paint. It's just a lovely little model. Well, quite large really compared to a lot of say GW stuff. And for £4, an absolute bargain. I can't really go wrong there. You can't really say anything more than that. That's brilliant. But yeah, guys, so this has actually given me a little idea, because I started looking at more Mantic stuff after I started painting this guy up, and there's one particular game system that they have which this guy is also in, and it's given me an idea of what I want to do in the future. So guys, I'll leave you that little tidbit of information so you guys are wondering. But I am going to the Mantic Open Day on the 16th, so you might get a sneak peek of some more stuff of what I'm actually trying to get into there. I've been after getting into a new game system for a little while now, and this guy was the catalyst for it. So anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've liked this little video. Please let me know what you think of the chip paint effect and just the paint job on this miniature entirely. I think it's one of the better ones I've done in recent years. And yeah guys, so thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to check out the Facebook page, where you'll find little sneak peeks of stuff that I've actually built and building and in the process of doing. But anyway, thank you very much for watching guys, and I'll see you guys again. See you now, and goodbye.